Hey, it's John playing Immaculate Grid. I'm going to go back and play grid number 85. I previously dedicated the daily grid on this July 4th to Charlie Gehringer on the basis of his 1,775 career runs scored. But he also had about 85 career WAR, so he works for this one too. Chipper Jones also works, and George Davis, who is a mostly 19th century, early 20th century shortstop with the White Sox and Giants. He also had about 85 career WAR. He was elected in the Hall of Fame by the Veterans Committee about a century after his playing days. He was elected in 1998. So with that being said, let's get into it. Let's play Immaculate Grid. I'm going to share the old screen here, and we'll hit play, hit go, and away we go. Oop, got to do that actually. Now we'll do that. All right. And it's going to be a Johnny Damon. There we go. It's an interesting one. Kevin Seitzer works. I don't know how low that's going to be. I think we've decided Greinke does work here. And King Felix will work over here. Nolan Ryan will work here. Let's get Juan Gonzalez for Cleveland and Texas. How about Carlos Santana for Cleveland and Seattle? All right. Nathan Evaldi there. And I'm going to close with Ricky Henderson. 58 seconds with a score of 301. Beltre would have been better. Santana works. Okay, so I had the highest ones here, which I kind of knew going in, or as I was playing them, just based on the percentages. So I had 3, 4, 5, 6 of the highest ones. Henderson rocks a 7 for Boston, Seattle, despite playing basically a half season with Seattle and roughly a half season with Boston towards the end of his career. Um, yeah, all right. So and in terms of overall percentages, I had to have been pretty close to as high as you could get. Not all the way there. Santana was a lot higher than Kevin Seitzer, but I did use Santana down here. All right. Well, I'm gonna reset that and we'll do a stop share and a reshare. And we'll find the right grid and we'll go ahead and play. All right, let's see where to start, where to start. I'm gonna go with my guy Ron Valone here for point 0.4. I believe Jamie Wright will work up here. And Boston, that's a Jeff Suppan combination. Maybe that's the way I go there. For point 0.5. I'm going to go Jose Cruz Jr. here. Started with Seattle and had very little bit of Boston time. He takes 0.1. So rocking a 1.1 through 4. Both of these bottom ones will work for Otis Nixon. I'm going to use him here. Takes 0.5. I'm going to go with Jerry Brown, Texas and Cleveland. 0.2. All right, now here's where it gets interesting. I had Felix. I think I'm going to go with Mark Langston here. I think he doesn't work for the Angels, but he does work for Seattle, pretty sure. He takes 5. It's pretty good. I'll have to see what the numbers show, but I think that's pretty good. For Texas, I've played Mark Minor before, and I think he gets a couple percent for this exact category because he had exactly right around 200 strikeouts a few years ago. Um, I kind of want to play Burt Blyleven, but I'm not sure he actually would have worked here. Um, and then for 200 for the Royals, I want to say Apier barely works and Saberhagen barely doesn't work. And I'm not sure that anyone besides, I can't think of anyone besides those guys in Grand Q do. So I believe this is right. All right, for 7%. But that means there was someone better, at least one person better. And let's try it. Let's go Blyleven. Again, Mark Minor would have worked. Actually, I think he'd work better than Blyleven, come to think of it, even if Blyleven doesn't work. So either way, I should go with him, right? 9 choices. There are only 4 here. So who are the 4? Who's the other 2? I had Greinke. There, some guy named Bob Johnson. Great name. Very generic name. Shout out to all the Bob Johnsons out there. And Dennis Leonard. All right. I knew about Leonard having a 20-win season. I didn't realize he struck out that many people. I've not heard of Bob Johnson. And then on the Rangers side, ooh, I would have been wrong about Blyleven. I didn't think to go with Charlie Ho or Fergie Jenkins, CJ Wilson. There's a lot of good choices here that I wasn't even thinking of. All right, so I got a little bit lucky because I figured Blyleven would be too obvious, but turns out he would have just been wrong. So, all right, well, thank you so much for playing along with my luck today, and we'll be back at it later. Have a great rest of your 4th of July. Peace.